More than half of the girlies you saw on Instagram at Coachella used a buy now, pay later plan. Let me rephrase that. Only 2 out of 5 people at Coachella were not actively in debt to be there. We know that it was debt because Klarna reported the losses doubling in unpaid customer debts. There are 3 reasons you might be watching this video right now. First possibility, you wanted to see that other people are really bad with money. Why do you think I researched this? Well, come on in. Second reason, you have a really good friend who you think is dumb enough to do this or is already doing this. Third reason, I'm sorry to say this, you're the friend! Good news and bad news. Good news, you have a really, really loving friend. Bad news, they're concerned enough to send you a catboy with a bachelor's degree explaining how money works. Meowdy market moguls, welcome to Meowkit Mayhem. I'm Zach, your resident catboy consultant. Let's f***ing go! First, we gotta talk about, like, the psychology of Klarna. I drew a picture of you. You have $100 and a massive hog. Congratulations, look at you. You look great, by the way. You're going to spend the $100 and you say, I'm going to go to lego.com, and you're gay. So you see that there is a Keith Haring set, but oh fuck, it's $119. $119? What the fuck for a Lego set? I can't afford that. In fact, you have $100. You barely are capable of affording the fucking sorting hat set. That's unacceptable. You're about to walk away with your tail between your legs, so to speak. So God, who also, by the way, is Klarna, reaches down and says, wait, I love you. If you give me $20 right now, this set is yours. Don't get me wrong, you're still gonna pay the full amount, but you'll pay it back over time. And there is no interest on the purchase, 0 interest. So it is the exact same price, assuming that you pay it back on time, which you will. So you take it. You're like, I'm gonna fucking have $20 more later. I have $100 now, so I'm gonna be fine on that front. Now, forget the fact that you just took on debt to get this Lego set, which, let's be completely clear, that's what you just did. Did you see what else just happened? Did you notice? You spent $120. Sure, you didn't spend it all at once, but you spent $120. The problem is, if you're dumb enough to do this one time, I have bad news, you're also dumb enough to do it 2 times. And because you're gay, oh my God, the botanic set is absolutely gorgeous. There's an interior area and a roof that like removes up off of it, and it's $55 more. I can afford that. That brings me only to a total of $75, period. Congratulations, you just spent $429. Do they offer payment plans for Brazzers subs? I don't know, fucking check it out. Different site. I'm on Twitch. You're supposed to have researched this. I'm sorry, okay? So you just spent $429 disguised as a $75 purchase, which makes it particularly ironic because Klarna is a Swedish company. And the word Klarna in Swedish means clear or clarity, which is exactly what this service does not provide. Like, what? But again, technically you did spend only $75 today with 0 interest. Objectively, that's fine. So long as, you know, the cost of living doesn't go up for you for some reason, or you don't get into like a medical emergency of some sort, or you lose your job, or you don't get into a car accident where your insurance skyrockets, or God forbid you don't have insurance, which is something that you probably don't have if you have Klarna as something that you're actively considering, or, you know, anything else that hurts your wallet. Even though you couldn't afford the item today, you've effectively gambled that your finances will be at least as good, or as bad, depending on what perspective you're looking at it from, 6 months from now. But lucky you, all of these things always happen to somebody else, right? It wouldn't happen to you. You're the fucking protagonist of your own stupid ass story. Now, if you feel bad for falling into this, you can take solace in the fact that literally everything has some benefit. For example, in this case, you've made someone very happy, namely the co-founder of the company, who says that you're his best customer. Roll the clip, Jarvis, if you would.
The best customer is the one that doesn't pay directly, but actually get a reminder, and then also a debt collection letter, because we're able to add the legal fees.
Smooth! Those are the real words from the co-founder of the company. This was back in 2013, by the way. That's when this happened. That's when those words were spoken by a human being who was talking about other human beings. But of course, this is far from the only way they make money. You might have noticed, if you are in America or a country that allows these kinds of services to exist, that there are more and more and more companies that are partnering with these buy now, pay later options. And let me be Klarna about this, sorry. Let me be clear about this. Klarna's not the one footing the bill. These companies are paying millions to have the privilege of having them as a payment option boldly plastered on their website. Let's check out one of them. Expedia. We've all heard of Expedia. They're like the travel people. They have a whole bunch of different facets. They have hotels.com. They have Expedia.com, obviously. They have all the different aspects of buying vacations available for you. And currently they're running a deal where you can add any hotel to any booking to save 20% on it. Now, there's this thing called case studies that we do in the world of business. A case study is basically how a business sells the idea of their company to another business. Hey, look at our stats. This is what we're capable of doing for other companies, so obviously we'll be able to do the same for you, that kind of thing. So they did a case study on their work with Expedia, and they said what they were capable of doing for them was they had a 20% increase in average order revenue and a 45% year-over-year increase in revenue generated through Klarna. That's like, bro, if I could promise you 20% more of everything that you ever purchase, you would do it in a fucking heartbeat. 45% year over year generated through Klarna. Now, I'm just gonna take a quick step back. They're telling users that they're saving 20%, but they're telling the businesses that they're increasing by 20%. So it seems like maybe there's absolutely no change and that you're getting nothing better for using Klarna. And before you tell me that this is still technically a deal, you did get more for your 20%. Sure, but I'm going to remind you, are you on Klarna for the deals, or are you on Klarna because you're so concerned about your finances that you need to microdose payment? That's what's going on here. There are two different variants of stupid. One of this is the, if this isn't scaring you already, I can't help you kind of stupid. 99% of it is that. That's the I'm buying a vacation on debt kind of thing. There's also the buying Chipotle through Klarna, which yes, is something you can do. That like, it's crazy that that's allowed. The worst of which is buying a Spotify subscription through Klarna. You're subscribing to debt? Like, holy fuck, man. You understand that you're paying $3 today, and next month, if you continue being subscribed, you're paying $7. And then if you continue being subscribed, we're paying $10. And that keeps, now you're paying more money than you were capable of paying in the first fucking place. It's more money now. That's fine. You're subscribing to debt. The only thing sadder than this, though, the other 1% is the people who are using it to finance buying groceries, which is a growing category of the types of users on Klarna. It went from 14% in 2024 of their users to now 25%. They just are at the end of their rope. They don't have anything else. That's all they can do. If that's what you need to do, then I'm not really calling you stupid, but it sounds like you're a true victim of circumstance. Regardless of what category they fall into, Klarna makes its money by preying on society's most vulnerable, impulsive, and insecure purchasers by repackaging shame in a pretty pink pastel and selling debt as nothing more than self-care. And unfortunately, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Trump recently ended a Biden-era rule. Buy now, pay later was required to be regulated in the same way that credit cards were, which means that there used to be consumer protections like standardized disclosures that stop people from having hidden fees and predatory terms, or the ability to dispute charges or clearer refunding processes. All of that is going to just simply be gone. There's one last thing that I want to finish off with. This goes for every single buy now, pay later service, not just Klarna. This is Afterpay, this is Affirm, this is anything where you pay a small amount now and have to pay the rest of it over time. There's no deficit of companies that are universally hated. There's Amazon, there's United Healthcare, there's Comcast, there's Ticketmaster, Facebook, casinos, Planet Fitness, because they wouldn't let me cancel online, so I had to show up in person. And then when I did show up in person, they charged me $58 as a cancellation fee. I'm still pissed about that. That was like 5 years ago now. Like, fucking judgment-free zone my ass. Your color scheme sucks, bro. This yellow and purple never worked. But for all of those companies that I just listed, there's always somebody out there who says something positive about it or has something to say about it. They're glad that the company exists. It serves a purpose. In the entirety of my time doing all of the research for this video, which included many things that I did not even cover, I did not see a single person give a single compliment to any one of any of the buy now pay later services that wasn't actively being paid to do so. If there's something more damning that you can give as a criticism to the service, I don't know what that would be. This is just general advice. If you can't pay for the item twice over, don't buy one of it. You don't need to go to fucking Coachella! It sucked ass from what I heard anyhow. You need to partner up with Klarna, more subs. That actually is a great idea. What I'm gonna ask is, if you know a millennial or someone in Gen Z, which are the two groups that are being most impacted by this, share this video, because you might be saving them years of despair that they otherwise would not have to go through if they were just a little bit more educated about the system. Because currently, the reason this is working for these companies is because nobody's been talking about it. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead, like, subscribe. I'm currently not even capable of monetizing my YouTube videos, and so for as long as that's the case, you won't have to see any ads. Hooray! If you enjoyed this, leave a comment even. You can also come and be a part of these for the future. I stream on twitch.tv/smoothly. That's with a little Z at the front. All right. Kiss your dad. Peace.